tidy up there?
Yeah, it is. I glued it up the other day, but it just still come undone.
No, I don't think we got it.
There's always people who are on holidays, isn't there? Always. The amount that you all potentially earn that, you could pay them back in a month or two.
I'm a poor farragut.
Go home.
He should have been. How old would she be? I suppose she'd be only 16, maybe. I feel guilty just standing here doing nothing. At about 3 in the morning. She said, oh, I'm going overseas. I said, are you? She said, well, be excited, you know. I said, oh, good.
When it's a short line, it's recording.
Really? Hey, what? When it's a short line.
Short line, it's recording.
Well, how do I make it record? Oh.
I know what it is.
You can almost table that for silence and that. Certainly grateful. Welcome everybody here to the Messenger household in Glenelg. That's friends, neighbours, because we don't want any complaints from council. People from the other side of town who have probably remembered that it isn't really that far to Glenelg. Not very far. Joel, I thought you lived on the proper side, not the wrong side of the tracks. But anyhow, welcome everybody here. It's normal in an occasion such as this for a respected and old member of the family to make some speech, and in this circumstance the vote's been taken and it's me.
Just got a line right away across that means it is recording.
Margaret has lived in the street Is it doing everything automatically? for 48 of her 50 years.
I'm not focused.
I've known her for 32 of those 50 years, and so those of you who are mathematicians would know that I've known Margaret since she was 18. But I think that what we're really here to do is to celebrate Margaret's 50 years, but I think probably the most important thing about Margaret's commitment and contribution to all of us, and when I say us, it's not just the Messenger family, it's also her own family, of which there are a large number of them here. But it's also her friends, going back a long time, but also her work friends as well, who have been people of more recent times. But some of Marg's achievements over the years I'm not aware of. It happened before I met her. She no doubt would say that perhaps her greatest achievement, or one of her great achievements, would have been to be selected for the Australian Olympic team in 1956. And also the fact that prior to that selection in 1956, she held the world record in the 4x100 metre relay team, and that was set in North Sydney. And I guess when you look around at the numbers of people who are around who have held world records, well, there's not too many. And Mark's one of them. But that all happened before she met me. Whether there's been a downhill track ever since, I don't know. But to my knowledge, there's been no more world records. So, I guess we've really only got to 1956 at this stage, and I met Marg in 1957. But really, when one looks at the achievements of Marg since then, that same commitment and sheer determination that she had in perseverance with swimming under what are difficult situations, and it's a personal achievement. And no one else can help you when they're in that water swimming mile after mile after mile, as Jenny and Ian well know. She has gone on from that stage, and it was really a decision that we went to England in 1960 with no income, no assets, just absolutely nothing, and we just went off. And my conservative neo-accounting background would have told me that this is doesn't stand up on any cost-benefit analysis. Why should we do this? But Marg said, let's go, and we went. And we had a great time, and I think it really did change our lives. And so then at the age, I've forgotten the age, but certainly it was 1968, with one child aged 6 months and another one aged 2 years, she decided to do a university degree. And after that, with 2 additional children, one born in January of 1 year and one in December, and she did complain about the distance that one had to sit back from the examination desk at the end of those university years. Finished that, has mothered 4 children, has persevered both with me. I don't know whether it's a mutual arrangement or not, but certainly it's been not an easy time for any of us, but we've all had a great time, and she has just had this incredible perseverance and commitment, and a commitment to excellence. And I guess there's really not much more I can say. Cheers to Mark.
I hope this is all doing what it's meant to be doing. No idea.
It's really great to hear something nice said about yourself. Once in 50 years. But it's really lovely to have you all here today. And thank you for coming along. As you all know, yesterday was my 50th, or most of you probably know, yesterday was my 50th birthday. And, but I didn't really invite you here today to celebrate my 50th birthday. I mean, who really wants to celebrate these 50? I didn't really want to. But I did want to use the occasion of my birthday to invite you all here today for another very special reason. Over the past few months, I've been thinking a lot about turning 50. It's really been quite a traumatic event in my life. I've thought a lot about my achievements. I've thought about happy times, and I've thought about sad times. And I've thought about what is really important in my life. And on reflection, it didn't really take me very long to realise that it was my friends who were most important to me in my life. And so I thought, what I would like to do on my 50th birthday is to have a party and invite all my friends so that I could have the opportunity to say to you all thank you for being such wonderful friends, and thank you for all the very, very happy times that we've shared together. But now I've got the floor, I don't really want to stop. Because there are a few very special friends that I would like to mention. The very first friend that I can ever remember having, I met at kindergarten at Woodlands. And that was Jenny Thomas, now Jenny Missing. Jenny's not here today because she lives in Melbourne, but she's been a very close friend all my life, and time and distance has made no difference to the very deep affection that Jenny and I share for each other. And so, you probably won't be surprised if I tell you that when our first daughter was born, we couldn't think of a name that we liked better to call her than Jennifer. But actually, Jenny's not the only kindy friend that I've kept. I've got 4 of them here today. There's my brother Austin. In those days. There's my very, very dear friend, Vicky Goldsack. There's my friend, Rob Searcy. And my friend, Christopher Lee, over there. So, I guess there's not too many people who can say that they've got 4 of their kindy friends with them. Anyway, in the second decade of my life, I made another very, very close friend. Joe Gloucester, hiding over there. Now Joe Gloucester. Joe and I were best friends at school, and we shared many, many happy experiences growing up together as teenagers. Jo doesn't live in Adelaide, so we don't see a lot of her, and maybe a lot of you don't know Jo. But as with Jenny, time and distance has made no difference to the very deep affection that we feel for each other. And so, of course, you won't be surprised when I tell you the next step, that when our second daughter was born, we decided better to call her than Joanne. Jack got any friends? Jack loves my friends. It was also in the second decade of my life that I became involved in swimming, as you know. And it was through swimming that I met some really tremendous friends. And it was also in the second decade of my life that I met Jack, and we were later married. It was in the third and fourth decades of my life that we met most of our friends who are here today. You've all been wonderful friends, and I think we've been very, very lucky. We've shared dinner parties, barbecues, we've been on picnics, we've been on skiing holidays, we've been camping, we've played bridge, and we've done lots of wonderful things. And I think Jack and I have been very, very lucky with our friends. And there are just a few special friends that I would like to mention. There's Liz and John Alpers, over there. Marg and Reg Strickland, who now live in America. Marilyn and Brian McPhee, who will notice are not here today because the postman didn't bring their invitation. They are coming later. And they had another engagement. Pat and Rocco Catnich, Beverly and Roger Brown. Helen and Rod McNutry. Can't see them all now. And my very good friend Joan Hancock, who should be here and I can't see her. It was in the 5th decade of my life that I met a whole new set of friends at Flinders University. My Flinders friends have been the best workmates that anyone could ever possibly hope to have, and the very, very best friends. And a lot of them are here today, and I'm very pleased about that. And now, to my family. As you all know, I'm a member of a very large family, and most of them are up there on the wall in there if you want to have a look. And I think that my family would agree with me when I said that say to you that our relatives are our very closest and our dearest friends. And in particular is my brother Austin and Lynn, my sister Anne and Rob, my brother Lindsay and Kate, my brother Jono and Anne, and my sister Barbie and Kevin. Unfortunately, my mother's not here today. She left for Brisbane this morning to go to a Rotary Inner Wheel conference. She booked it in March this year and she couldn't make a change in the booking. But Irving, is here, along with my mother's very oldest and dearest friend, Auntie Neil Sansel. And now to my very own family. Where are they? Ian? Jenny? John? I'll start with the youngest. I can't say the littlest anymore because unless I stand on this platform in high heels, I can't keep my eye level above his any longer. Ian is a great guy. He's had a very distinguished sporting career in his life. He's represented his state for the last 3 years in the Nipper Surf Lifesaving Movement. He's been state junior Ironman, state senior Ironman in the Nipper Surf Lifesaving Movement. And this year he was a member of the Australian Nipper Surf Lifesaving Demonstration Team at the World Surf Titles in Queensland. Ian is a good scholar. He's got a wonderful sense of humour, and he's a good friend. John, well, I think John's smile will tell you all. Happy, friendly, willing, cooperative. John's the sort of son that every family should have. He can do everything, he can fix everything. He knows what needs to be done, and he does it, and he always does it willingly, and he never has to be asked.
Cutting 4 ways.
Does he get loaned out?
John is also a good sportsman. He's a team sportsman. He's represented his surf club at the national titles as a boatie. He's been a member of more basketball teams than I could ever possibly name or remember. Last year I think his record was 7 different teams. And this year he represented Flinders University at InterVarsity for the 2nd year running. John is a wonderful son, and he's everybody's friend. Joanna, she's noticeable by her absence. Jo, as most of you know, is travelling around Europe at the moment. She's fulfilling a dream of her lifetime, and we're very happy for her. We're not quite sure where she is at the moment, and I won't say that I'm not entirely worried. I'm not worried about it. But we know that whatever she's doing, she'll be really enjoying, and we're very, very happy for her, even though we're missing her. Jo is a very loving daughter, and she's a very sincere and loyal friend. That's Jenny. We're nearly at the end. Most of you know Jenny. Jenny, I don't think I could ever have managed to raise 4 children if it hadn't been for Jenny. When John and Ian she was my best assistant. She seemed to be able to anticipate their needs, and she could always attend to them. She was better than any babysitter I ever had, and she was... Sorry. And she's mature beyond her years. But now, more recently, as you all know, Jenny's had a very distinguished sporting career. She's represented her country on many occasions, both in Australia and overseas. She's had the honour and the privilege of mixing with Australia's top sports athletes at the Australian Institute of Sport. And while she was doing all that, she managed to get her Bachelor of Science degree at ANU with distinction. We're very proud of her. And we're really pleased that Jenny is coming back, or has come back to Adelaide, and she's going to do her honours at Flinders University next year. Jenny has been a wonderful daughter, and she is a very sincere and good friend. And now... don't think I could do him justice. I first met Jack, as you know, when I was 18 years of age. And since then, well, at that time, he became my very best friend. Since then, we've shared some wonderful experiences together. We had 2 wonderful years in England and Europe. We've shared study times, we've shared work times, we've shared happy times, we've shared sad times. Jack has been, and we've shared raising 4 beautiful children. Jack has been a very devoted and loving husband, and he's been a wonderful father to his children. And he's been a great source of support and friendship to my family, and a whole lot more. I don't really think I can adequately say more about Jack, but I think I'll just sum it up using the words of the innkeeper from the song in Neighbours Around, comforter, philosopher and lifelong friend. Now, what I'd like you to do is all join me in a toast. And the toast is to our friends and the happiness that they give us. To our friends. She's not as old as Mackenzie friends. She only came to Woodlands in grade 3. She's having a birthday on Wednesday. And I'm not going to tell you how old she'll be, but I'll give you a clue. She was in my class at school. Anyway, we were always going to share a birthday party, and we sort of never have got round to it. So I'd like you all to wish Lizzie Giles a happy birthday. So everybody can see who Leslie is. This is my grade 3.
Take it off. Head your shoulder, head your arm.